God be with you. What would you like?
I hear you like to play.
What game would you like to play?
Wagoners.
And do you have enough money?
Let's play beggar.
And do you have enough?
I actually don't.
Greetings. Do you need...
I'll have a look at your. Would you like to play?
What game would you like?
Let's play beggars.
Let's play.
Come on then, show us what you can do, unless you're playing for the first time.
One bear. Christ, what's the hold up?
These ones here. Money, money, money. It's all mine.
I apologize.
I'm always glad.
Did you hear about what happened at the big wheel?
At the mill?
Yeah, the place by the Zheherovka stream.
What then? Has the water sprite been up to his mischief again?
You could say that. They found a dead body stuck in the wheel on Sunday. Greetings. What brings you here, sir?
I'd like to apologize for that brawl.
That capon of yours is a puffed up fool, more to the point. And you fought like a lion and all. Well...
But you were better. If they hadn't.
Aye, but you wouldn't avoid the stocks even so. In any case, as far as the two...
Right.
You can see I'm not some idiot, can't you? I just don't...
I hope not.
I'm sure you aren't. You're a good lad. If you ever want a proper workout and some... Farewell.
Oh, I just remember. Hey, you.
I'm Bara.
Looks like you know your way around here pretty good.
I ain't.
Where are you headed?
For work. To the city. They all promise the moon, but then you're eating with the city folk.
You're something like.
Nah. I usually find work with some...
Then why are you?
Sometimes I can... But I'd like to go somewhere else. But on the whole, you could say I'm a traveller.
Why?
Because they're different, and it scares people. They travel from place to...
I'd like to see what.
You can go and see them. Just...
You said you were going to a city. You mean like to?
I'd like to go to Prague, but I don't know anybody there. In Kuttenberg?
Aha.
Well, but I won't be troubling her long. Just until I find...
What do you want to do in the city?
I'll find something. I'm not afraid of work. I'm not half-witted.
Don't get your hopes up. The city can be a pretty dangerous place for a girl on.
You mean they don't hand out groschen by the bucketful? On the street? I appreciate your concern, but I have to get...
Why exactly are you?
Why? Why? I've been in the ship plenty of times.
I really better.
Good luck.
I wanted to ask you, what's on the other side of that nearest hill? I'm not from here, and I'd like to get my bearings.
Ja, natürlich, you're not from here. Everyone around here, aber das ist deine Sache. That is your also. What do you want?
Where can I find a church round here?
If you want. Die Rettung deiner Seele, junger Mann. Herr von Berger does have a chapel in his castle. We do not go there either. The gravedigger Ignatius takes care of burials outside the village. No one wants to pay the church more than that.
Is there any...
Certainly. Sir, here in the village, we don't care.
I understand.
Ach so, ich verstehe. That is all because...
So you've already heard?
About those ones in particular. Every time I go to the town, the bailiff must send an...
So the roads aren't...
Ja, das kann man wohl sagen. But Herr Otto spends more time in Prague than...
Good day.
God bless you.
That's a fine maypole.
should do something to Olbram's bull. But what? Tie some branches to
What was that sound?
Why did you do that? I'll be done with you in a flash.
What's that noise? Are you trying to scare me?
Greetings to you.
Ever really safe. Welcome.
How you doing? I'm Henry.
Nice to meet you. I'm Zdeněk. I could tell you stories, or would you prefer something so... But it's a lot of hard work for me. Now, if you had something to drink...
Stayed out of this. Bad luck. Filthy vermin. Shame on you.
How can I know if it'll be worth it?
If you don't believe me, ask anyone. They all know me in the village, and they all know I'm good.
So they all sing your praises, even if you stutter?
You know what? Go to hell. You can bugger right off if you're looking to insult me. But if you want to listen, you better cough up some...
I know quite a few stories. How about a trade?
All right, then. But if it's the one about the magic porridge, and that story all...
I know a romantic tale about a knight. His lady, he had to bring her the sweetest wine, tame the wildest horse.
And then? What happened?
Well, the lady of his heart showed her gratitude by giving him the most precious thing she had. And I'm not talking about gold.
Oh, a raunchy ending. That'll be popular with the lads round here. If I were you, I'd make it longer. To last a holy... And now, I'll tell you it. So what kind of story would you like to hear?
I like stories that can teach me something.
Haven't you heard? But it's not a problem. I have just the... So, once upon a time, there lived in these very lands two brothers. One day, at the height of summer, they were working in the woods. The air was... But as he was leaning over the cold water, there was a loud... In haste, he began to search the muddy bed of the pond, and his hands soon touched... He pulled out an axe. Yes, but...
Good God. I grabbed...
Maybe you would, but Matthias would never. He was an honest. He searched the pond again, and this time he pulled out his own axe.
I reckon that was the right choice. Who knows who the silver axe belonged to?
Well, quite. Listen on. Matthias was just about to leave when suddenly a water goblin came out of the pond, silver axe in his hands, and he said, "You're a righteous man, Matthias, and for your honesty, you may keep both axes." Matthias, not hanging around for the goblin to change his mind, took up both axes. Kuba, however, was not best pleased with his little brother's fortune. He ran as fast as his legs could carry him straight to the pond, threw his own axe in, so he tried again. Tricked by sunlight, he grabbed some... Enraged, he hurled his axe back into the water and yelled, "Fuck this axe! I want a silver one." But the water goblin heard his shameful cry. So, when Kuba reached down into the water for a third time...
Oh, that's so cruel. I feel sorry for Kuba.
Aye. He went to the water goblin and begged for his brother's body But the path back from the pond led over a steep hill. He stopped to rest by an old oak tree, and he used the silver axe to cut off a branch, but it wasn't enough. Somehow, it was still getting harder to continue up the hill. Then Matthias realized it wasn't his brother's body that was weighing him down. It was the silver axe. The axe was the cause of all this trouble. So he started bashing the silver axe against the big stone with all his might, trying to destroy it. Yet no matter what, he couldn't even make a dent. With the last of his strength, Matthias climbed to the top of the hill. He knew he could go no further. There, he buried both his brother. His final act was to stick the oak branch in the ground by the grave. But lo and behold, the locals have had no dealings with the water goblin since then. But some, and when you walk by the pier, where it all happened...
That was a very nice...
Story? What?
Why hasn't anyone gone looking for the...
Because it brings misfortune. Look for yourself if Rock Tower Pond isn't far from here. The Water Goblin's pier is somewhere, but leave me out of it. Take care, friend.
You're having problems with the...
Not just me, my friend. They're the biggest bastards around. The winter before last, they piled snow in front of everyone's doors at night, so no one... And last year, they broke into my cellar and...
Gracious.
Not yet, no. I'd pay you well.
What exactly would you...
Don't worry. I won't make you do any shoveling or pissing anything. I'd hate to reveal my plan, only...
All right.
Listen up then. Old Olbram, the owner of the biggest plot of land in Zhelyov, has this... Obviously, he's very proud of it. Very protective, too. Now you, will give his Simple, right?
Painting a bull, eh?
Right. First, I don't reckon we'll be able to get any here in the village. But you can try and ask Bartoszek, and after that, we'll have to make sure the bull... Try asking Radovan, the local blacksmith. Aye, if you pour it in the bull's water trough, I'm sure it'll... But watch out. That beast is enormous.
All right, then.
And remember, it's supposed to be a joke.
Right. So I need paint... Why do you and the Zhelyov lot hate each other so much, anyway?
It's their fault. They keep... Olbram's the worst of them all. The nasty old codger. He's the one that stole our...
What pasture did...
The one that stretches from the orchard behind the Takov down to the gamekeeper's lodge. It's been ours.
And how did they take it from you? You can't exactly stuff a pasture in your purse and walk away with it.
Save the jokes, will you? This is There's a tree down by the gamekeeper's lodge that my father, God rest his soul, was there when they agreed on it. He got a proper... But then fucking Olbram came along, claiming it was the other way around.
Well...
Do you think we haven't tried? Year after year we meet in that pasture. I tell it like it was, but And when the Zhelyevites are at wit's end, they come... We managed to convince them to at least give us back half the pasture. But
Have you tried asking...
Of course, but he'd have none of it. But the bailiff couldn't care less. He said we should deal with Olbram ourselves.
Great.
Greetings.
I heard you could use a helping hand.
I could. My last two hands, well, what do they call you?
Henry.
I'm Radovan. You should know Henry. The blacksmithing isn't for everyone.
Yeah? My father was a swordsmith, and not just any.
For the nobility, eh? Well, as it happens, I have to forge a wedding present for...
So you'll...
Hold your horses. You could forge me a hunting sword as a test, so I can see if you...
Sure thing.
Great. Find some iron.
Iron?
You can't make a sword out of... But if you don't have your own stuff, you can... Furnace is cold now. Give it a practice try. Some things, like swords, are too long to fit in the fire. You have to heat it up. Poking it around for Give it a pull. Works the bellow. But you won't be able to tell when it's in the fire. You have to take it out from time to time and take a look. Try it out. See? That's exactly the straw color we want. You've got talent, lad. Now heat up the whole thing. Heated up now, so come over to the anvil. Try moving the sword along the anvil so you can get the hang of it. Now take the hammer and try hitting it a few times. See the sparks? That's the sign of a good strike. The more sparks, the better. Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power. A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out faster. Try giving it a few blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are. That's got a nice ring to it. Of course, if it was all about hitting an anvil with a hammer, any dolt could do it. You've got to hammer the workpiece evenly. One hit next to the other. Very nice. You're doing just fine. But when I say evenly, I mean it. A sword has two sides, like a lot of other things, including myself. Turn it over and continue on the other side. Nice. Now try forging it on both sides. The closer it is to being finished, the more it will take on the shape you want. It'll cool off soon anyway. It's cooled now. You can't do it all in one go. You've got to put it back in the furnace from time to time. Sometimes you've got to go there and back all day. But it's all part of the craft. Now, get back to the forge and heat it all up again, like before. Besides the sparks, you can tell a good strike by the sound it makes. Well struck. Sparks. That's the stuff. See how it's taking on the right shape? That's how you can tell it's almost finished. Now, I've got a piece of advice for you. Hammer to a rhythm. When I hammer a piece to a beat, work goes by easy. There you go. You've got it finished. All that's left is to temper it, and the sword will be done. The rest is just tweaking. Right. Let's have a look. Very nice work.
He'd certainly be.
If you carry on hammering as well as you did today, you've definitely... It's all about making sure... That's why you can't let it get cold. Or keep if you work evenly. Each strike. Got that? Or is there...
What good does it do me to
It makes you work to a rhythm.
How do I know a good
By the sparks that fly up. It rings out with a different sound.
What's the right way to hit?
Do it till it turns the color of straw. Ideally, the main thing is, don't work it but don't overheat it either. As soon as sparks start to fly up...
Why should I fall?
If you keep hammering the same spot, but jumping from one end to the other, the best thing...
How will I know it's fit?
Notice the shape. The closer you are to finishing, the more...
Thanks.
You can sleep in the chamber by the woodshed. And there's a chest where... And of course, you can... Any questions?
Where can I get...
You can buy some essentials, but if you want to make a fancy sword with lots of... This is just a village, you know.
What can I do?
Well, you can sell them. Though you probably won't have much...
What now?
What do you think? You're not going to be idle. You're pretty good at swords. But what the... Right. Here are some simple drawings that show you can get down...
Just like that?
Sacre, lad. I chose you because you already know you take care of these smaller jobs. Once you've made some coin and feel like being out in the open again, I'll...
Greetings to you. I need something that'll put animals...
Did you get tired of blacksmith? I just happen to know. I used a concoction that will put even a startled mare to sleep in no time. But the recipe is an old blacksmith's... You're in the trade. Listen up, then. You take some poppy and thistle and boil them in oil. Then, after it cools off, you add a little herb Paris.
That doesn't sound too for fuck's sake.
Christ, what a day.
I should do it more evenly.
What was I thinking? Blessings to you. Christ almighty.
Herrgott, that's not good.
Alright.
I have to move it. Well, I've got half finished. Just a bit more and I'll be done. And that's it. There's a couple more things I'd like to...
Ask away.
Thanks. I'm still not really sure of myself.
Why not? Better to practice. Why don't you forge me another 100?
Yeah.
Let's see what you... Furnace is cold now. Give it a practice try. Some things, like swords. Open it around you. Now get the furnace. There's a lever above. Give it a practice. When it's in the fire, you have to take it out from time to time and take a look. Try it out. See? That's exactly the straw colour we want. Now heat up the whole thing. The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. Try moving the sword along the anvil so you can get the hang of it. Now take the hammer and try hitting it a few times. See the sparks? That's the sign of a good strike. The more sparks, the better. Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power. A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out faster. Try giving it a few blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are. That's got a nice ring to it. Of course, if it was all about hitting an anvil with a hammer, any dolt could do it. You've got to hammer the workpiece evenly. One hit next to the other. Very nice. You're doing just fine. But when I say evenly, I mean it. A sword has two sides, like a lot of other things, including myself. Turn it over and continue on the other side. Nice. Now try forging it on both sides. The closer it is to being finished, the more it will take on the shape you want. It'll cool off soon anyway. It's cooled now. You can't do it all in one go. You've got to put it back in the furnace from time to time. Sometimes you've got to go there and back all day. So come over to the anvil. Struck. See how it's taking on the right shape? That's how you can tell it's almost finished. Now, I've got a piece of advice for you. Hammer to a rhythm. When I hammer a piece to a beat, the work goes by easy. Sometimes, oh, there you go. You've got it finished. All that's left is to temper it, and the sword will be done. The rest is just tweaking.
I'd like you to teach me.
Sure, why? What is this about?
I'll have a look at the... I'd like to do something about that price.
All right, I'm listening.
What would you say to this?
That sounds really interesting. Lower your price a little more, and I'll be satisfied.
That's a decent price.
Doing business with you. Take care, Henry.
To you.
Greetings. Aye, beer over gold, I say.
What's new around here?
Vostatek. Lord Von... He's got a cottage near Vidlak. I hope he hasn't started drinking somewhere else. And that's all I'd say.
Sounds interesting. Show me your ware.
Ah, well, what can you do?
Good afternoon.
What do you have for...
Ah, never mind then.
It's like I'm invisible or something.
The Lord be with you.
Would you like to throw some dice?
What game would you like?
How about farmers?
Let's play.
Same to you.
Let's see what you've got. It's a good thing you don't throw like that all the time. Done.
It looks like you don't even want to play. The last time I was watching, a farmer lost his breeches and his boots here. Good day. See? You can do it. Keep it up.
Here's hoping.
Oh, what a day that was.
If this doesn't start to get interesting, I'm going to go somewhere else.
Ave Maria. If I was you, I'd take it. Well, you're not afraid of anything. Curva!
Keep
Why
that
do
up
I
and
even
you've got
play?
it.
Excuse me? Stop, or I'll ram my blade into your gut. I want everything you've got. Right now. But I have nothing to give. This instant, I say. Stop! You fucker! I've been attacked! Help! You want to try me? Take that! I'll rip your arse open! Ooh, bleeding, are we?